It is time to end this season. It is the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series championship finale from Kansas Motor Speedway here in Kansas City, Kansas. We are in for an incredible race here today, the Rodco Racing 400, the championship finale. 4 drivers are about to battle for the ultimate prize here in stop motion racing. Christopher Bell, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott, and Michael McDowell. Before we get into today's race, we do have a couple of storylines to cover for this amazing season. What a season it has been so far. So much to talk about. As we get closer and closer to the command to fire the engines here today from Kansas. Let's head down to Kobe Lavin and Michael Avery with some late-breaking stories here before we go green.
Martin Truex Jr. comes in today knowing that it is the last time he will pilot a NASCAR Pepsi Cup car as a full-time driver. Although he only managed to get 1 win in his 77 career starts, he averages a top 10 finish almost 50% of the time. Truex hopes to go out with a bang and win here in Kansas one last time.
Now, over to Michael.
Thank you very much for that. Well, today we'll definitely be able to remember the exciting championship battle that will hopefully happen today. The garage has been a bit of a more of a somber mood today, as Stewart-Haas Racing will be running their final Pepsi Cup Series race after today. The teams have started all 77 races in series history, and thus far with 8 different drivers. The team currently sits at 9 career wins in Pepsi Cup Series history, looking for a 10th in their final showing. As for the cars, the Haas factory team will be formed, and they will have 2 part-time entries run by only Gene Haas as a new team, with the 14 car being run by Sheldon Creed and the 29, Kevin Harvick. The 41 car will switch over to RFK and will be driven by Alex Bowman in season number 7. Car number 4 will become an FRM car driven by Chandler Smith. The 10 car will become Junior Motorsports' first ever full-time Pepsi Cup entry with Justin Allgaier behind the wheel. Whatever happens down the road, Stewart-Haas Racing can be proud of what they accomplished here in the Pepsi Cup Series.
Now let's head down to Timothy Brown trackside for the command.
Everyone, let's get ready to rumble at Kansas here today. Drivers, start your engines!
The engines roar to life, and with that, on to our ones to watch. The championship for today. Christopher Bell won at Orange County, his only win of the season thus far. He looks to get a second and a championship here in Kansas. But Chase Elliott, the very first Pepsi Cup champion, looks to make it too. Can that 9 car make his way into history as the first multi-time champion? Michael McDowell is the underdog here. He is just grateful to be in this race, but he wants more. And of course, Denny Hamlin. He's been one of the more unlucky drivers across NASCAR history when it comes to championships. Can he break through today? He starts the lowest of the final four competitors. So we'll see here in a moment when we get the starting lineup for today's race, just after they roll off of pit road. Let's take a look at that right now. It's William Byron on pole position. He has Christopher Bell alongside of him. Ross Chastain and Joey Logano, 2 non-championship 4 contenders in row number 2. Row 3, both championship 4 contenders. We have Chase Elliott and Michael McDowell, with Todd Gilliland starting alongside the lowest starting Final 4 driver of Denny Hamlin in 8th. Kyle Larson is alongside Ty Gibbs in row number 5, and in row 6 we have Tyler Reddick and Kyle Busch. In row number 7 we have Bubba Wallace alongside Ryan Blaney. In row 8, Martin Truex Jr. makes his final career start, with Josh Berry in his final start in the 4 car before switching to Wood Brothers next season. Carson Hocevar is alongside Chris Buescher. Brad Keselowski is alongside Noah Gragson behind them. Eric Jones starts alongside Chase Briscoe, who will be replacing Truex in the 19. Sammy Smith starts alongside Chandler Smith, 2 drivers looking for rides right now for next season. Daniel Suarez is alongside the 41 of Ryan Preece. Ricky Stenhouse Jr. starts alongside Austin Dillon behind them. Jensen Button starts alongside Daytona 500 winner from this season, Josh Bilicki. Matthew Benedetto starts alongside Justin Haley behind them, the Talladega winner. Shane Van Gisbergen starts alongside the 21 of Harrison Burton. John Hunter Nemechek starts alongside Austin Hill to round out the field for this season finale. 12 laps. All you have to do is be the highest finishing Final Four driver to win the championship with no halfway points today. And there is your Final Four: Hamlin, Elliott, McDowell, and Bell. We have talked about it all season. The journey is over to get here. Now it's all about finishing off this season as the drivers give a salute to the crowd and get their final pit road checks before the green flag flies here today from Kansas. Full season, the longest season in NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series, is ready to come to an end, but we still have one race up ahead of us. Byron and Bell on the front row. Let's go here in Kansas. Ross Chastain immediately makes it 3 wide down on the bottom. He will clear Byron, but not Bell. Christopher Bell trying to take the lead here early and make a statement, but Chastain is not letting it happen. Ross Chastain will lead the opening lap. William Byron thinks about a move, thinks better of it. Chastain took a shallow entry as a result. He's going to fall back and allow Christopher Bell to clear the lead. Looks like Elliott is moving up deeper in the field, but still with some work to go, and McDowell and Hamlin stuck right now where they are. William Byron trying to get back up there and challenge Christopher Bell, but Bell is gone right now as Denny Hamlin finally making moves. He's going to sweep around the outside of Chase Elliott as they head down the back straightaway. Trouble! Oh no, it's Truex in his final race as a full-time driver in the inside wall, bringing out the caution. Big impact, and the 19 is going to be out of this one. One last race. All he wanted was a good result, and he's not going to get that. Martin Truex Jr. out of this race. Thankfully, he is okay, and we'll also see him again in the 56 car for Tricon next season at some point. We don't know when. All we know is that it won't be the Daytona 500. But sad way to end Martin Truex's full-time career as they come around to see the green flag once again. We're racing and Bell leads them away. Good restart for William Byron. He's going to have the advantage down the back straightaway as Chase Elliott takes him 3 wide. Elliott making big moves here on the restart. He's all the way up to second as they come across the line. Elliott now to the inside of Bell with that shallow line through 1. That 9 car is rolling the bottom beautifully, and he takes the lead. Our first championship 4 change for the lead of the day. And it's Chase Elliott trying to become the first multi-time champion. Bell also trying to do the same. McDowell and Hamlin look for their first, but McDowell is falling back. He had a horrendous restart, and now Denny Hamlin pounces for second. He will take that spot from Christopher Bell. Hamlin this season in the 11, an owner driver in the Pepsi Cup Series at 23-11. He is trying to win a championship like Tony Stewart did in the Cup Series back in 2011, driving for his own team, but he's got to track down Chase Elliott, and he is driving all over the place. He hits the wall coming out of 4. That car is loose and on the edge. That car might be loose, but he is gaining. He is gaining. He's almost there. Elliott takes the line away, trying to give him some dirty air. Hamlin has to take a slightly different line. Looks like he just manages to get clear of Elliott's dirty air, and now Chase starts to aero block him. Can Chase Elliott hang on to the championship, or will Denny Hamlin finally break through? Hamlin on the outside, trying to get the run. Elliott slides. Here comes the move. The outside with 2 to go. Hamlin, Elliott, who's going to get it? Contact, and Hamlin has it. Elliott trying to fight back, but he's only got 1 more lap to go. Final lap here from Kansas. Can Hamlin hang on? The championship on the line. He's waited so long to get this. And as they enter 3 and 4, one last chance from Elliott. It's not enough. Denny Hamlin finally breaks through, silences the haters, and wins a championship. Denny Hamlin, the Season 6 Pepsi Cup Series champion. What a race. What a battle there at the end with Chase Elliott, who just comes up short with his last chance effort. But it wasn't enough. Elliott finishes second in the championship. Bell third. McDowell ends up fourth. 12th overall here in the race. There are your results. Kyle Busch ends the season on a high note after getting wrecked out from the lead when we were in last year's season finale at Reno. Kyle Busch, P4 here, trying to end the season on a high note and start season 7 the same when we head to Daytona in about a month, depending on how fast I film that is. Ross Chastain, P6. Logano as well finished. Reddick at top 15. He finished this race. Those two have had just terrible luck these past couple of weeks. It's good to see them finally get a result. Sammy Smith, didn't talk about it in the pre-race, but this might be his final drive in a Joe Gibbs car. The 18 car finishes P18. They're narrowly missing the playoffs. Chandler Smith as well. Mentioned him looking for a ride. P22, not terrible. Priest off to the 60 car. Jenson Button is going back to England after this race is over. So, fortunately, he will not be back for next season. That 10 car, though not announced, is heavily rumored to have a shocking entry coming. Just stay tuned for the roster video to see who will be piloting the 10 car and what team it will be with the closer of Stewart Haas Racing. There is your final standings. Denny Hamlin wins it over Chase Elliott, Christopher Bell, and Michael McDowell. What an unbelievable season it's been. This is what, race 25, I believe, 26? I think it's 25. Longest season we've ever had. Thank you to everyone who signed up. I mean, it was crazy this season. It was unbelievable the amount of support that was in that sign-up video. I mean, that live stream just sorting out who got who, I mean, it took forever. Hopefully, if filming is quick enough, you can see next season start in April. I'm going to wait till I have everything through the 500, including the duels and the Bud Shootout, so I can have my own speed week there. There won't be signups. March 14th, the roster video comes out. And yeah, thank you all for this season, all the support. It's been a fun one to film. It's been tough at times. I guess see you all in season 7. So long. Have you ever wondered how you could never miss a race of the NASCAR Pepsi Cup Series? Just scroll over to the playlist tabs, find the playlist, and select the video that you wish to watch. There are so many races to choose from, and now there's a playlist featuring every race ever from the Pepsi Cup Series, all at your fingertips. And brand new to this channel, I'd like to announce the addition of a membership. For just a few bucks a month, you can get a whole bunch of features including emojis, Minecraft tutorials, early releases, and more.